Folks, you have probably heard about the short-term rental tax loophole. Yes, long-term rentals are passive and there are limits on deductions based on income. Some of you have started to turn to short-term rentals because those are active income and you can take losses if you do it right. Talk to your CPA. But I don't think a lot of people realize just how under attack short-term rentals are. We are seeing towns, municipalities, cities, and even states go after short-term rentals. We got something to show you here. Dana Dunford from Hemlane. How you doing, Dana?
I'm great. Thanks for having me again.
Man, I remember like it was yesterday when short-term rentals were all the rage in 2020 and 2021. I remember short-term rental guys calling me a baby boomer because I was stuck in the old world and losing money. Well, it looks like times are changing. And some people are realizing that maybe short-term rentals aren't the easy money because they're seeing the rules change.
Yep. Yeah, first of all, with short-term rentals, there's a lot more work involved, which we won't talk about today, but obviously you're setting up Wi-Fi, you've got guests coming in and out, you're running a hotel, you're constantly worried about those reviews. But I think also when you look at real estate, we've spoken about this a lot. It's not a get rich quick. Now, some people can do that, but it's very, very risky. And they'll buy and hold over a long period of time, and passive income has been the way that you see most folks who are successful in real estate build that wealth over time.
Yeah.
And so one of the things with short term is, yes, it's a buy and hold strategy. You have this property that you're going to buy and hold for a long time. What we have seen happen, and it's even becoming more and more apparent, is the number of regulations on short-term rentals and things that, as an owner of a short-term rental, it's very, very hard to control. So one of the interesting tools that just came across my desk, just to kind of bring it into light of like how extreme these regulations are, is it's called the ST Risker. And I'll show it to you in a second, but basically it tracks the short-term rental regulations. So that's ordinances, zoning, tax changes across 2,500 US local governments. And what I
Wow.
really quite like about it is that it's monitoring the council and planning commissions, which, if you've ever looked at those meetings, I mean, they're literally like 4 hours long. And it's summarizing the notes. So it's like tens of thousands of meetings and agendas, but summarized every month. So if you have a short-term rental in that location, that jurisdiction, you don't have to sit through a 4-hour meeting. The other thing that was really interesting to me about it was just the extent of regulations conflict with short-term rentals.
Yeah.
Some of the examples in like literally the past 3 days. One of them is Pacific Grove, which is close to my home in California.
Mhm.
It's Monterey Bay. They're increasing the short-term rental violation penalties. Then there's the Mont Clom Township, which is evaluating their short-term rental ordinance and requiring additional regulation. Another one in Michigan, the Park Township, they're suing for the right to continue to rent homes. The owners are, because they're trying to take that back and saying, hey, you can't
Mm.
rent it all on here. Summit County is taking claims against short-term rental regulations, and they're taking it to the state. So this is in Colorado. If you don't know where Summit County is, ski country, right? And they're basically saying, we're going to take this to the state. The homeowners are fed up with Airbnbers, VRBO, or Verbo, I should say. And then, it continues to go on. Dana Point, if passed Measure T, there is going to be literally a 50% cut in short-term rentals allowed and require renewal permits each year. And
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's very clear to me in more and more of the country, and again, it does start at the town and local level. They're seeing short-term rentals as loss of affordable housing,
yes.
right? That's what they're seeing. And again, it's loss of affordable housing as long-term rentals and as owner occupant. And they're they're going on the offensive. I mean, one of the again, not my area of expertise, not by any of that, but I know a lot of people that did short-term rentals in Palm Springs California.
Mhm.
And for a while, it was all the rage. But Palm Springs went in, I don't know, 6 or 9 months ago and changed the rules. And now we have people dumping properties because it doesn't make sense as a long-term rental and they overpaid as a short-term rental. So you're seeing Palm Springs home prices collapse because short-term rentals dominated and now they're exiting the market. So this as a short-term rental operator, you got to be careful. The
Yeah.
city or town could change the rules.
They changed the rules, exactly, and don't get me wrong, rules, change, the regulations change for long-term rentals,
Oh,
but
sure.
still there is this mindset that, "Hey, we need to promote affordable housing," which is rentals.
Yeah.
We need to promote that, and so there's, fewer regulations, slower moving, a lot more people involved, etcetera, because it is people's homes versus a vacation rental. If you think about it, the planning commission's like, great, this is no one's living
Yeah.
here. This is a vacation home.
Yeah. It's a hotel room.
It's
Yeah.
a hotel room, exactly. So cool. Let me go ahead and share this with you just so those who do have short-term rentals can track it. So this is the website. So just strisker.com.
Yep.
What I do is just look at the news here. And
Mm.
so you can go through and click on any of these links. There's reporting, opinion, what they are,
Mm.
news, and then you can basically go through, look at October alone. This is
Wow.
October 2nd, October 1st. Suing to keep Airbnbs open. You'll see Scottsdale police report 30-fold jump in short-term rental
Wow.
situations. And you can just go through this and it will summarize all the notes and everything and link you directly to the article. And
That's
so what
amazing.
I think is fantastic about this is that you can start monitoring it yourself and staying up to date with what's going on, especially if you're looking in any certain area to invest
Mhm.
as well. You can kind of get the breadth of this, but yeah, you'll see this and you can go through the different pages, filter and search, go by map. But I thought it was a pretty cool way to one, be able to have real-time monitoring without sitting through these
Yeah.
meetings.
Well,
But
let's do it.
yeah,
Let's do, for example, again, we don't practice these. So if you can't do it, no big deal. But why
yeah,
don't we type in Palm Springs and see what happens?
Palm Springs. So I can just do Palm Springs search. There
You
you
got
go.
two pages of Palm Springs.
Of Palm
There we
Springs
go.
that you can go through.
Perfect.
Yep. Yep.
I like it. Okay. Yeah. And
Yeah.
again, and folks, if you have short-term rentals, if you are thinking about short-term rentals, if you want to know what's going on in your market, what is it again? ST Risker?
Yep.com. And you
ST
can
Risk.
go ahead and get those, and how they're getting the data and scraping it, I'm not quite sure, but they do have it all there. And it's in an easy format for you to be able to read and just links directly to the source so you
Yeah.
can actually go to the news.
Yeah. Again, we don't promise that this is complete, but we do promise it is an interesting tool that came across our desk that we should highlight for you. Again, lots of folks that are at one rental at a time are short-term rental folks. You just got to protect yourself. You got to know where the risks are. And ST Risker can help with that. Dana, if somebody wanted to come to Hemlane, do a trial, get the free version, do all of these, advertise their rental listing, how do they do that?
Yeah, so we do property management, long-term rentals nationwide. You can go to Hemlane, HEMLANE.com. Just mention one rental at a time. You get our highest discount off if you decide to use one of our paid packages, but you get to try everything for free.
Very, very cool. And Dana, you're going to be at our Vegas event, right? February
Yes,
15th and 16th.
I'm so excited and very excited to meet all of you there as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thanks so much.